Hello and welcome back to CK2 Geheimnisnacht with our Wood Elven campaign. Basically, a campaign where I can take 20 minutes or 25 minutes to ramble about anything. So, Reichland has been growing quite a bit, the Imperial Reichland. I wonder how when he can build the Empire. Let's see... What do you need for that? Kingdom of Moodland, which does not exist. So he actually holds now 3 of the Grand counties of Temmelland, Westland, Nordland, Averland, Midland. It's all very, very German. We're still fighting against Vlad. I don't know what Vlad's doing, but we're fighting against him at least. This war, however, is no longer as big as it used to be. It's a very minor war. Is this actually not even a fucking claim war for his own? He's just fighting... He wants her to own... This is a claimant war for that? Why am I in this war? Whatever. I think with the flips that happened between nations, it must have changed. Anyway. Do I have something I want to talk about? My grandson, you can become a fine warrior. Ah, yeah, no, I just tend to ramble about anything. That's the thing. As this is not a single large video that I upload once a week, like an hour of rambling, like a lot of YouTubers is a big word, but I know a couple of YouTubers that basically one video a week is just them answering some questions that people have and talk about stuff. Well, for me, it's just 3 videos while I'm actually playing at the same time, so I need to focus a bit more, I think, than usual. It's not me sitting back and just ramble on. I'm actually trying to run a game here. Yeah, I could talk about anything. Really good about talking about anything. Yeah, I was talking about my love about... What was I talking about? I'm tired. My brain just went completely blank once I asked it a question. Brain, what were we talking about? I don't know. I'm just here. Not really paying attention. Thanks, Brain. Glad to have you with us. Yeah. I was talking about video games and oh right, yeah, that's why I won't remember it. But me investing in this game, yeah. Paradox, yeah. Paradox is for me, it's a company that I basically got a lot of trust in right now. I know what to expect. I know they're not perfect games, but I know that their gameplay is a very high standard. And that's why they delayed Hearts of Iron 4. Usually Paradox just developed that game to a certain point where they were happy enough that they could release it. And just to release it, because EU4, CK2, and a lot of their games, Hearts of Iron 3, when they were initially released, they were not good. They were broken as hell. They tend to be very buggy games. Did anybody care? Not really. I think that is the thing, because everybody got the idea what they were trying to do, and yes, it was broken, yes, it was bugged, but Paradox was really active in patching it, creating new content, all that kind of stuff, so you know that what you're investing in is actually worth your money. And with Hearts of Iron 4, I think it's the first time that they were financially stable enough to actually delay this game for another year. And that says something. That says that Paradox is actually, besides learning from their previous experience, it's also has grown as a company that is stable enough to actually properly support their games and has the time and money to invest in them. And that's amazing. That's really good to see. I was bugged. Yeah, I would have seen Hearts of Iron. I would have liked to have been able to play this already for well, at least half a year by now. Would have been. But yeah, they delayed it, and I think in the end they did it right, because what I understand of it is I'm not a part of the development team, and I don't have any contact with Paradox themselves. I would love to, but I don't. But what I can get from the development diaries that they're doing, from the live streams they're actually doing now, from the content they've sent into YouTubers that are actually considered community contributors and that kind of stuff. They've really changed a lot of stuff around. There were a lot of systems that they did not feel were fleshed out or properly worked on. And they're doing it now. And if I need to make a prediction about when Hearts of Iron 4 will be released, expect it late second quarter of 2016. Why then? Well, they're actually live streaming their game. That's just amazing. If you don't understand how amazing that is, a lot of content in development is getting gated. They only show you what they want to show you. If you look at Warhammer Total War, that's very clearly gated content. They show you very specific pre-programmed, pre-screened stuff. It's not no live streams. And if they would live stream it, it is very clearly stuff that has specifically been chosen to be shown. It's all very, very scripted. They've shown you a few battles. I believe they've live streamed a battle. I'm not completely sure, but I believe they've live streamed a battle between dwarves and goblins. Quite some time ago, but that was a clearly very, very scripted thing. The guy had played the battle 100 times already. Everybody was clearly knowing what was going on, and they were trying to make it a lot more exciting, a lot more dynamic. I think than it actually was. But it was clearly gated content. It was very specifically what I wanted to show, and I'm not even sure if they live streamed this thing or just merely recorded it and uploaded it on YouTube as it was sort of live streamed. But Paradox is currently actually properly live streaming every Wednesdays at 2:30 on Central European time. That's GMT +1. Depending on summer or winter time, I always get confused. But it's 2:30 for them, which is Central European time. And they're properly live streamed. This is not gated. It's live for one. I don't know the exact delay behind it. I've got no clue. But so far it looks about as live as it can get. There's probably like a few minute delay because there always is. Because at least it's a little bit of delay. At least 30 seconds is the least or something. But it's proper live streaming. They're running a client that is apparently stable, but that must be that's probably tested. I don't know if they update this client throughout, as they did with their beta playthroughs of EU4 patches and stuff like that. And expansions, but yeah, they're showing their game off. They're proud to show this is what we're at. This is what we need to do, and you can clearly see that there's stuff in there that really still needs to be worked on, and that's not a problem, right? That's not big. Why would that be a problem? But it shows confidence, and that's very good thing to see. Oh, we're losing this war. Kind of bug out. I could attempt to hunt him down, but I don't think that would be a good idea. Yeah, but that just shows that they are confident in the way that they're doing. But you can also see, I think last Wednesday, that's last week. That's not the day this video goes out. This was last week. Johan and can't remember the other guy's name, sorry, were not present, so two other guys showed you a game against the AI with Finland in the Finnish war against Russia. And there was a few things, like they were working on the version that was meant for Germany, because I don't know if you guys know, but in Germany, they cannot show the any images of, I believe, I'm not 100% sure this, but they cannot show the images of the swastika. I'm quite sure about that, unless it is for educational purposes, so no other reasons, so no entertainment reasons or that kind of stuff. Not sure about this one, but they cannot even show images of Hitler for anything but educational. So only for educational shit they can show an image of basically Nazism in general. I can understand actually why they've done it. It's a little bit of a black mark on. Actually, let's bug out of here. Let's just dismiss the army. I think most of it's already been. Yeah, this is already completely reinforced. Let's bug out. But yeah, I can understand why that is. It's. I can actually call in all my vassals in this war, but they will decline. Right. Right. Yeah, but they had an anime figure for picture for Hitler, which was kind of weird. Doesn't say that they're actually gonna do that, but there was something with historical figures that they could not show during that period of time, and I don't know and how far that will go, because it's only for Germany of all the. I don't know the exact rules of censorship for entertainment purposes in Germany, because they're really sensitive about, you know, the period of 1936. When did Hitler come into power? I think this started at 1934 already, but let's say between 1934 and 1945. And yeah, I can understand that. And before anybody starts screaming censorship and that kind of stuff, that they're denying their history, they're definitely not denying their history. They're very, very aware of it. And as I said, but they just don't want it to be used for anything as in entertainment and all that kind of stuff. Just teach your children about your history, but don't regard it as a piece of entertainment, because it's very sensitive, you know? I can understand that. And it's something, it still lives in, there are people that live, there are still people alive today that actually lived through that, actually fought in those, in World War II. Wow, we lost a lot of money actually there. But yeah, it's a very sensitive subject. I can understand that. That's not. It would have been more surprising if it was not a sensitive subject. And that's something. That's a piece of history that they will take with them for as long as that nation, as long as Germany exists. It's not even comparable to, for example, a lot of people talk about. I've known people that actually compared this as a history, mark on history, just as the American Civil War. Well, I think you're lucky as an American that the North won the American Civil War. Because then you can say we Americans fought and bled for the freedom of men, for all people, that slavery should be disallowed. And you can be proud of that. But Germany didn't win. And yeah, not all Germans, well, definitely not all Germans were Nazis. I believe even a large portion of Germany were not Nazis, but you know, the Nazi rule, and they fought for their country. And I think, and I'm quite sure, that if every German had have known about the horrors that were atrocities were committed by the government, things would have been different. Nothing would have happened as it did happen now. I don't think so. I don't think people were as evil. No, I think that the not knowing bit is the major reason why Hitler was as successful in, well, basically exterminating. And now I need to get my figures good, but I believe he exterminated at least 6 million. Did he exterminate 6 million Jews? Exterminate 6 million Jews, homosexuals, handicapped people, or just in general went put to death. I don't know. It's one of the two. I'm not really good with numbers. Let's see. Okay. I just want this claim so I can fight this war against Britannia. The chances are very low, just 80%. Anyway, yeah, but if you're German, you're getting a different version for Hearts of Iron 4. And there will most likely be, within 2 or 3 days, be a mod on a workshop that patches your game so that it looks exactly the same as the rest of the world. But if they want to be able to release it, they need to adhere to German law, which basically means that they cannot show at least the swastika in anything that is meant as entertainment. And you can say whatever you want about Hearts of Iron, but in the end, it's a video game and it's meant for entertainment. Yeah, you might learn a bit of history about it. Very minor bit, mind you. But in the end, it's meant for entertainment. Right. You know, it's for all grown RTS games that are based somewhere in history. You actually learn a bit of history. What did I learn from CK2 and EU4? Well, a lot of names mostly. And if you look at different start dates, there are historical events that are pop up and stuff like that. You learn a bit of history, and your geography gets quite good about it. But what do you learn from playing this mod? A lot of lore. Really a lot of lore. Is that a bad thing? No. Why are the skinks there? I don't know. They're remnants most likely from when they ruled the entire planet. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, you learn stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. Why would it be wrong to begin with? Let's see. Come on, can we get the claim, please? Do we got any truces going on? Nope. We might just do a few grand hunts right now. Wild hunts, I'm sorry. Alright. We can cast Walk Between Worlds. Please succeed. Seems like they did. Am I now walking between worlds? Yes, 3 walking. That will really speed up the amount of time it takes for us to arrive at these dwarven holds. There we go. Already done. And yeah, we'll cease this down. Anyway, yeah. Hearthstone 4. I'm really stoked about it. Hearthstone 4 actually fixes all the minor gripes I've got with Hearthstone 3. I like the time period. I like this really wrong thing to say, but I'm fascinated by the time period. Because it's such a weird time period. Hearthstone 3 has got so many mechanics that I really don't have any clue what they work. There's so much. Hearthstone 3 compared to 4, because I think a lot of people think that Hearthstone 4 is dumbed down. I don't think that is the case. I think they streamlined a lot of stuff. It might be dumbed down in certain areas, yes, but I think it's a lot less of -1 here and -2 there and +1 here, and a lot more like you just get a general advantage. Perhaps they don't just show you the numbers as much as they do. They're still there. You can still find them, you can still look for them, and they're still present, but I don't think they are as much on the foreground as they are in Hearthstone 3. Is that a bad thing? No, I don't think so. To be honest, I think that's actually a good thing, because that is... Hearthstone 3 is a very fucking complicated game. As you might have... I don't know if everybody actually watching it, but I'm actually doing a minor Soviet series on it. And I understand jack shit about the game. I just understand the very, 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 very basics, but I need to automate so much stuff. And I know a lot more stuff, but I'm very afraid, because I know I can do a lot more. But I'm very afraid that if I attempt to do it, I will fuck it up. And it even do worse than the AI. And, well, especially when you're recording, it's get a lot more. There's a bit of pressure, you know? And just, well, why did you learn in your own time? Yeah, good question actually. Why did I not learn it in my own time? Because I wanted to record it. I wanted to introduce it to the channel, so to speak, because when Hearthstone 4 gets released, it will most definitely get a big, very big series. I've got something planned, which I'm really excited about. I can spoil it. Yeah, you know, it's taking at least a half year for that game to get released. But the plan is basically to do a series which is very focused on learning the game and explain a lot of stuff that I'm trying to figure out and learn. So basically like learning together, so that somebody new to the series can watch it, you can learn from my mistakes and that kind of stuff. So very basic actually. Most likely should not have done that, but yeah, that's what I want to do for Hearthstone 4, and I want to see what it can bring us. Okay, we've got 100% war score. Good. Okay. Let's try to win another war. This gives me some prestige. Really annoying. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I want to do with Hearthstone 4, and you know, getting. It would be strange. I want to introduce Hearts of Iron as a concept into the channel. Because it seems like a smart idea that not people are like, wait, what? You're, instead of running only CK2 related mods with fantasy, you are doing Hearts of Iron? What the hell, where did that come from? And now will people like, oh yeah, I actually noticed there were some Hearts of Iron videos on the channel. It's actually quite, you know, logical that with the release of Hearts of Iron 4 that you're actually doing some content about it. So that's the entire reasoning behind it. Okay. And with that, I think gonna cut the video. I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Bye bye.